Shalom. Shalom and welcome. Shalom is a greeting, just a greeting, meaning welcome. Welcome to Yasharal's time. It is an end-time series of which I am compelled to present before you who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father Yahuwah. To you who have come to accept him as the Almighty One, that it was indeed his word manifest in the flesh, him manifest in the flesh in the person, in the man Yahushua Messiah. It is to you who have come to accept that no man can come unto the Father except through Yahushua Messiah. You who I consider my brothers, my sisters, my family, consisting of both Hebrews and Gentiles, or some may say Abari or Abrim and Goyim, other nations, those who are made one by Yahushua Messiah, and we are under the banner of Yasharal as the scriptures foretells and instruct. This is an end time series, and if you're tuning in for the first time, like I said, they are addressed to my brothers, my sisters, my family, true Yasharal. My name is Simoniah, and today is January 5th, 2015. This segment will be brief, my brothers and sisters. In my mind, it would be brief. But it is for you to decide whether it's brief or not. It is entitled Elohim Elohim Usage Transition. Elohim Elohim Usage Transition. My brothers and sisters, recently I encountered a couple whose spirit reflected individuals who were not comfortable with me using the word Elohim, let alone anyone using the word Elohim. Though this was not the first time I had such an encounter with individuals who avoid these terms, this specific time my spirit was stirred and I began to seek the spirit of Yahushua on these matters. The scripture states the following regarding the life cycle of a seed to maturity, and I am specifically referring to 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6 through 9. It says, I planted, Apollos watered, but the Almighty One was giving growth. So neither he who plants nor he who waters is any at all, but the Almighty One who gives the increase. And he who plants and he who waters are one, and each one shall receive his own reward according to his labor. For we are fellow workers of the Almighty One. You are the field of the Almighty One, the building of the Almighty One, Yahuwah. My brothers and sisters, sometimes we experience something over and over and over again. It's as one planting a seed to us, one watering, and the increase comes. This particular time, my brothers and sisters, my encounter with someone who would reject the term Elohim or Elohim caused me to give pause and pray on this matter at this day and time. I became humbled enough to move towards a more set-apart lifestyle, including a lifestyle that I am compelled to believe will indeed contribute to the perfecting of our communication. With these words said, though I believe the following, I believe there is a process which many have come to understand regarding our relationship with the Most High Father Yahuwah. I believe, my brothers and sisters, that process has been erroneously promoted as a Trinity doctrine by some religions, some beliefs. And I believe there are those who struggle with understanding that Yahuwah, who is spirit everywhere at all times, manifests himself in the man Yahushua, or as we are willing to agree and say, Yahuwah's word manifests in the flesh, in the man, the person, Yahushua Messiah. I have witnessed the struggle of many who fail to grasp that it is the spirit of the Most High Father Yahuwah that was sent to teach us. It was the spirit of Yahushua that was the spirit of the Most High Father Yahuwah manifests physically in the presence in the man Yahushua Messiah, and it was the set-apart spirit of Yahuwah that he sent in Yahushua's name. This reflects and represents a process in which we are restored into fellowship and are to grow in maturity and worship and obedience to him. I believe many people struggle on understanding this. The scriptures inform us that Yahuwah wants to instruct us to recognize his spirit in the name of Yahushua. This absolutely does not represent a trinity. There is only one Almighty One. He is Yahuwah. He is Yahuwah manifest in the flesh in the person of Yahushua. He is Yahuwah, the set-apart spirit of the Almighty One, sent in Yahushua's name. Many people struggle with understanding this. There is no Trinity. I am not promoting the Trinity, absolutely not. What this does highlight is the process in which the plan the Almighty Father laid out. When we look at Yahuwah, we look at the Almighty One as spirit everywhere at all times. It would be wise to take on the position when we look at Yahushua, he is the physical reflection of Yahuwah. He is Yahuwah. He is Yahuwah's word made flesh. When we begin to discern the living presence of the Most High Father, scriptures inform us to acknowledge Yahuwah's set-apart spirit in Yahushua's name. Believe it or not, this represents the sequence in which we were and are restored into fellowship with the Most High Father. So many fail to realize this. So many fail to realize he, Yahuwah, is the Almighty One who can do whatever he chooses, including stepping into an earthen vessel that he created to communicate with his creation to demonstrate how we are to engage him in spirit and in truth and in deed. I have witnessed many people prefer to sensationalize the word Ruach and Ruach HaKodesh. And believe it or not, by using these terms more than Yahushua Messiah, it hides the importance of the true name and the need to lift up Yahushua Messiah. Though the word Ruach means spirit and Ruach HaKodesh means set apart spirit, we are told to magnify and lift up Yahushua. We can argue and debate these words all day long, but scriptures inform us that there is no other name in which one can receive redemption except by Yahushua. I have witnessed individuals who are aware and those who are not aware that the words Ruach means spirit and Ruach HaKodesh means set apart spirit. My brothers and sisters, I believe man has tampered with the written text, the letter, and I believe many of us can agree to that. I am sure most of us would agree. Considering the false pagan idol terms and labels that have been infected in scriptures, consider the many different translations of scriptures over years, consider the goals and objectives of the wicked one, consider what the scriptures say regarding the text, the letter, the spirit of Yahushua, and the spirit of Yahushua. Specifically, the following, 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 6 say, who also made us competent as servants of a renewed covenant, not of the letter, but of the spirit, for the letter kills and the spirit gives life. My brothers and sisters, I believe the process, the sequence of our relationship with the Most High Father has been distorted and brought to us by the terms Elohim or Elohim. Though I believe, in spite of man's tampering, it identifies a three-part process, I do not suggest nor promote, nor do I believe it's a trinity. But as we move into these end times, the question remains, can one depart from the use of the term mighty ones when there is indeed just one, the Almighty Yahuwah, manifest in the flesh, in the man, in the person of Yahushua, who sent his set-apart spirit in Yahushua's name? I believe, my brothers and sisters, that the time has come for me to escape or refrain from the use of the term Elohim. I have escaped and had removed myself from using the term Elohim years ago, for I believe the word El or Elohim is of Greek influence. From this segment going forward, I will abstain from using Elohim, and I will continue to abstain from using Elohim, for it causes much confusion to many, even though I believe I understand why and how man chose to use that word. It is not about me. It is, however, about worship and obedience. So from this day forward, I will replace the use of Elohim with the Almighty One, or the Almighty Yahuwah, or Yahuwah, as I believe I am guided. Please be mindful of this transition and why. The why is that it appears to be a term introduced by man and breeds confusion and division among those who are unable to discern the process in which we are redeemed. or those who are able to discern what is more perfect in our communication. Pray, my brothers and sisters. Pray and seek to discern whether these words are true or not. My brothers and sisters, there's a price to pay for everything that we do. And I believe that setting and yielding myself to this transition is paramount to the bringing together of true Yasharal. Like I stated, I have entitled this segment Elohim Usage Transition to announce the path that I have been directed to take, as I believe I am directed by the Spirit of Yahushua. Humbling times are coming, and the things which we do not understand and have trouble adjusting to will change as we grow in discernment and set apartness through our obedience to the Most High Father. Again, this day and going forward, I will replace the use of Elohim with the Almighty One Yahuwah, or Yahuwah, or the Almighty One, as I believe I am compelled to do. My brothers and sisters, there will be times of which we will encounter experience with one another that will be reflective of the Spirit of Yahushua working in us, through us, one towards another. I believe such an encounter came recently when I witnessed the spirits in the words of a brother and his Isha, my sister, rejecting the usage of the term Elohim and Elohim. As I stated, I have witnessed others who have come away from the use of these terms before, but it was through the most recent encounter, the most recent occurrence, that this particular brother and sister, I witnessed their spirits turning, I witnessed their words, I looked at their presentation regarding their disagreement with the term and the use of Elohim and even Elohim. They presented their position, and it caused me at this juncture to give notice and pray on the continued usage of the term Elohim. While in prayer and taking under consideration what was presented on this matter from them and others, I found myself being directed, as I stated, to a transition from the usage of Elohim. If I sound redundant, I am, and I am very well aware of it. Sometimes through repeating a matter, it reinforces one's position. Do not mistake this transition for anything more than what I've stated. I have no problem saluting or acknowledging when I am able to discern the reflections of the Spirit of Yahushua within brothers and sisters. I have produced recordings regarding the gathering of pieces in or fragments to make Yasharal whole. I am not against, nor will I demonstrate rejecting such fragments, such pieces, such steps to make us more refined in unity. Thus, my position to transition from the terms I mentioned. I find it compelling by the Spirit of Yahushua to move in this direction. Pray for me, my brothers and sisters. Pray and seek to discern whether or not this move is indeed a set-apart transition. I ask for your prayers, for I believe wholeheartedly this is the way I am directed. I pray that anything coming from me that is deemed set apart, that the Spirit of Yahushua is lifted up, and that the Almighty Father get all credit and esteem. Yasharal, O Yasharal, we are indeed awakening. The set-apart children of obedience will be gathered from the four corners of the earth. There will be reproof. There will be changes, and we will find ourselves refined. We will find ourselves gathered for our final exodus. There is much work to be done, many roads to travel, and many seas and rivers to cross. We will witness the completion of our final exodus. Pray, study, pray some more, and establish an earnest mind, heart, body, and soul to respond with accuracy to what is ordered of you by the Spirit of Yahushua. We will learn to adjust. We will adapt. We will find perfection in Yahushua Messiah. We will grow in set apartness, and proof will come. It will continue to come from the mild to the severe. We will witness all promises fulfilled by the Most High Father. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, I invite you to continue tuning in to Yasharal's Time, an end time series. And I pray that you listened carefully to what I said regarding this transition. With that said, I pray that we're able to discern and endure until the very end. Shalom, shalom, shalom.